Hello, saxophone player friends. We're going to be playing through the song Stepping Stones. First things first in the song, we're going to be going through the rhythm. How does it sound in real time? So I'm going to teach you 1 to 2 new things that are going to help you get through this on your own, and then you're going to study it and count it on your own before you proceed with the video. First thing, this is a whole note, right? And how many beats does it get? 4, that's correct. And so we're going to count this in band speak like this. 1. We're going to pulse it 4 times to make sure that we have a full 4 beats that are sustained, because that's what a whole note does, it sustains the note for 4 beats. And then the last part is the last measure. When you look down on this far right side, we'll see quarter note, half note. How many beats are in the half note? 2, correct? So we'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll pulse it twice. Make sure that you do both of those things when you're studying the counting. Pause the video now and work on the counting in your brain. Now that you're back, let's count it together. We're going to go from the beginning to the end. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Rest, rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Rest, rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Pause the video and make sure you can do that by yourself without me, and you have full confidence that you can get through the song. Let's take a moment and do the counting with the song, but listening to what's going on. We're going to turn the accompaniment down. We're going to leave the my part and the metronome where they're at. Let's try it, counting it out with the track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Take time to make sure you can do that on your own with no problem, because once we get going with playing, you're not going to want to have to think about that part too much. Let's remind ourselves these pitches for the song and chunk this together into one big piece of music. So what do we have here? What letter name is this? Do you remember? It's a C. And then what do we have next? B. And then C again. Good. And do you remember how to finger C? Middle finger down. And you remember how to finger B? If it's middle finger for C, then index will be first finger. Okay, here we go. If you were able to do that with me, great. One thing to note as we go through this entire song, you need to be able to tongue everything that's here. So if you're not using your tongue to hit the reed right here to interrupt the air, then you need to stop and work through that. And if you can't do it by yourself, then come see me during office hours. Don't proceed with doing this video if articulation is not working for you yet. I will reassign it. Let's practice that one more time, the first 2 measures. 1, 2, ready, go. Remember, you can rewind and watch this video as many times as you need to. Let's go through the next section. What do we have here? C, right? C. And then what's this one? Do you remember what the letter name that is? D, that's right. And how do you finger D? Do you remember? Yeah, that's right. It's all the fingers. 1, 2, 3. And in the right hand, 1, 2, 3. As well as the thumb in the back. Okay? Let's try that together. Play just the D real quick. That was the D. Now let's go from C to D. C, C, D, D, C. Ready, go. Notice how I held out that whole note all 4 beats. Also, I tongued every single one of those notes. Practice that with me a couple times. Rewind the video as much as you need to. What's next? We've got measure 5, and this is C. Say it with me. B, C, B, C. So this is just going to be flipping between which two fingers? That's right. Middle and first. Middle, index, middle, pointer. Okay? Let's try this together. C, B, C, B, C. 1, 2, ready, go. Did you get that? Middle, first, middle, first, middle. Good. And then before we go to the end, before we go to these last two measures, I'd like to put together what we have here. And let's go from measure 3 all the way through measure 6. Measure 3 through measure 6. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Rewind and watch that a few times. Make sure you can do that still. If you can't do measure 3 through 6 with me after rewinding and trying that a few times, stop and review just 3 and 4. And then if that helps, then do measure 5 and 6. And then piece them together. Don't move on with the video until those 4 measures are together as one big piece. Finally, let's take a look at the last 2 measures. What letter names do we have here? C, D, C, B, C, C, C. Right. Fingering wise, you're going to have to go middle, all of them, middle, first, middle, 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 right? Middle, first, middle, all of them, middle, first, middle, middle, middle. So make sure you are practicing those fingerings before you try to play them on your instrument. It's really tough as it is to play instruments. It's even harder to remember fingerings as everything starts changing. So rep those fingerings so many times that you don't have to think about it anymore. Okay, let's try that. Last 2 measures. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Now that we've done all that, let's try putting the entire song together. If you have had any kind of trouble putting it together, then stop and practice with the backing track and the my part. Remember, you can record with the my part on this song. Just make sure that you have earphones in when you go to record so I don't hear the backing track while you're recording, okay? So if you don't need to do that and you feel ready to go, try it with me. Here's from the beginning. If you were able to do all that with me, then congratulations. I hope you guys had fun learning the song. This one is going to be like a huge benchmark in our growth as musicians. It's only going to get easier from here. So congratulations to you. Keep up the good work. If you can't do some of these things or you're feeling like you're struggling, come see me in office hours. I'll be happy to help you and show you some of these nuances that maybe you missed in the video. Have a good one. You're awesome. Bye-bye.